Hello, folks. How are you all doing tonight? Hello, Tallytail. Hi, Moxley. Moxley, you're always here. Tonight I picked up a few things on my radar that I thought we should talk about for a little while. Possibly going to stay streaming for about an hour or so, and maybe invite a few people in for a few minutes, and then call it a night. I know some of you all have to be up early, including me. So, the other day when I asked if there was anything that I should touch upon, someone linked me a rather interesting Kickstarter. It's about a Lovecraftian gothic horror called Automata. And I actually found it to be extremely promising. Most of the time I don't really trust Kickstarters. They can have that tendency to kind of bite you in the ass and not really deliver what they promised. But in the case of Automata, they have a really, really good pitch. They're actually only asking for post-production. Most of it's done. So I think we could start out by just watching their pitch, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the different tiers and what I think of this particular type of genre of film, or genre of horror. I guess obviously it's a horror film because I'm me. So let's go ahead and play that. Oh, hello, I'm seeing Tom Leach.
Deep in the bowels of Black Hall Estate, the greatest clockwork automaton of all time has just been discovered, or will have. If real. Automata tells the story of historian Dr. Brendan Cole, who receives a mysterious call inviting him to authenticate whether the discovery might be the Infernal Princess, a legendary automaton that vanished long ago without a trace. But it's just a story, a myth. At least that's what Brendan has spent his whole career arguing. Yet, as the cogs begin to turn, the dark machinations of the Infernal Princess are unveiled, threatening the present to the power of its own dark past. Soon, inconceivable horrors are unleashed as one spine-tingling twist reveals another, until the terrible truth of the Infernal Princess is revealed in a haunting finale that will linger with you for years to come. Automata is inspired by the spine-tingling tradition of gothic horror, from the psychological dread of the innocents to the haunting. We also take inspiration from Ken Russell, whose tortured portrayals of love are so eloquently expressed in The Devils and The Music Lovers, as well as Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon, which inspired us to explore the deadly origins of the Infernal Princess amidst the splendour and debauchery of 18th century Europe. We've worked extremely hard to produce a stunning horror epic filled with atmospheric scenes evocative of the golden age of Hammer and Italian Gothic cinema. Jamie Scott Gordon stars, delivering his most intense performance yet. Starring alongside him is Eric Redman from Captain America: The First Avenger, and world-renowned dancer Alexandra Nicole Hume, who brings the Infernal Princess to life. And then there's me, Laurie Brewster, this man with a beard who loves cakes, also responsible for directing Lord of Tears, The Unkindness of Ravens, and The Black Gloves, in close collaboration with screenwriting partner Sarah Daly. By backing us, you're truly supporting independent film and original storytelling. We've used our own money so far, along with some blood, sweat and tears, but we need just a little more to help us complete our film's post-production and to market and distribute the film independently in a way that always lets us put you guys first. To show our appreciation for your support, we've designed an exclusive set of rewards just for you. So we've designed a beautiful limited edition 3-disc set, including a Blu-ray, a DVD stacked with hours of extras, and a CD soundtrack. We also have a choice of 2 epic movie posters, as well as exclusive t-shirts. Backers can also complete their collection of our earlier films through our cool bundle rewards. We've also created a limited edition plush of our legendary Owlman, who will keep you safe at night. And we're proud to announce our first book, which explores the terrifying monsters of the Hex universe, with dark tales, original artwork, and each pledger will also see their name printed in our book's thank you page. We also have film credit rewards, ranging from special thanks to producer. So the rest is now up to you. I want to thank you from the heart for any pledges, shares, or support that helps our campaign to succeed. And I really hope you want to get involved, because together we're creating something truly original, completely different to anything being produced in the mainstream. Together, we can change the face of horror through our passion and commitment to the genre, and we can do that today. So, thank you so much for watching my video. Please pledge and share, and I hope very soon to be working with you. Goodbye.
All right. Yeah. So that was Automata. I quite like gothic horror, and I think that it's not a genre of horror that gets made very often, and I'm not entirely sure why, because I always thought that folks kind of like historical fiction, and the two sort of run together. There's just like this romance about gothic horror that I greatly enjoy, and I'm pretty excited to see this. I'm gonna throw them some money once I get a chance.
I believe,
for sure.
If I remember correctly, they're only about $4,500 away from meeting their goal, which is an all or nothing goal, by the way. If they don't make this, they're fucked, because they get not a single dime.
Yeah, they absolutely need the money. They basically put all of their money from the previous films into this one to make it, or most of what they made into this one. And what I didn't know when I looked this up, all of this is one big universe. The Black Gloves, the Unkindness of Ravens, they all exist within the same universe. So this is like continuing a story. It's all pieces of the same story, which is super fucking cool, and I'm all about it. I'm a huge sucker.
I believe he called it the Hex universe because every one of these films is made by Hex Studios.
Yeah, it's the Hex universe. And also, that first scene with the automaton underneath the sheet, I saw the costumes, and I was immediately, I'm already like, yes, I will watch this for the costuming alone. I'm a sucker for some good costume and makeup. What can I say?
Especially the old school look from the 1800s that they got going on is all very elegant.
It is. I mean, it's gothic horror. It's the best time for it, right? I guess you can do gothic horror. I've seen modern gothic horror too. It usually takes place in the southern United States, and by modern I mean within the last 50 years, not like current. Oh, hello, Ghost Dog. I'm actually really fucking tired today.
Best gothic ever is Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity? I fucking hate Paranormal Activity. I hate everything about that whole fucking series. It's just terrible. The first one, I guess, is okay, but other than jump scares, it really didn't bug me that much.
If you want a good gothic horror, modern gothic horror, well, I mean, modern since that was made recently, go play the Layers of Fear video game.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I'm not a huge fan of horror video games, simply because I'd rather watch and not participate.
Yeah, you mentioned that before when see, Baracus, Irate Prostate, and the two of us were talking about horror shit.
I don't want to go in the basement. I know it's in the fucking basement. There's something horrible. It's gonna kill me, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, all the worst things happen in the basement.
All the worst things happen in the basement.
Or the bathroom.
And yet, everyone fucking runs to the basement.
We learned this in the Goosebumps. You should always stay out of the basement.
Stay out of the basement, yes. Rule number 1, stay out of the basement. Rule number 2, don't be blonde. It seems like the blonde girl dies a lot.
Yeah, and be chaste. Because, you know, virgins always live.
Usually, yeah.
Although that's changed in recent years. That's changed in recent years. Like, virgins can die. They covered that in Scream 4.
I feel like all the tropes in horror have kind of been surpassed because, you know...
Yeah, you kind of have to. It's either adapt or die. Otherwise, yeah, because then shit becomes stale over time.
Because first it was, like, the blonde bimbo dies first, and then that got stale, and they changed it. And then it was the black guy dies first, and then that got stale, and they changed it. And then it was you never kill the dog, and then now it is you always kill the dog.
Dog is the first to go these days.
Yeah, now the dog is the first to die. No, dog! I care about the dog more than I care about anyone in this fucking cast. Because
did you
usually
see the
your movie
Evil
is
Dead remake? Apparently a dog has a soul.
Yep. Yes! The Evil Dead universe, dogs have souls. Official. Don't have sex. Wow, that ship sailed over a decade ago. The don't have sex sailed for me long ago. That ship is already like gone to dry dock and been scrapped.
Jason can't touch this.
Jason can't touch this. Oh, yeah, security guard is first to die. That also. But see, that kind of does make sense. Also, when I throw a stereotype I see a lot is the asshole goes first. Whoever was the biggest dick. Shipped faster than overnight. What was shipped faster than overnight FedEx? Me and somebody?
Funny enough,
wrong kind of ship.
If you see the See No Evil movie, like the biggest asshole of the movie actually ends up killing fucking Kane.
Really?
Yeah, the one who who tries to come in between the lesbian relationship, the big asshole there. Him and the two lesbians actually kill Kane in See No Evil.
Ow. I don't know. So I guess there really is no more tropes anymore.
Yeah, and he still ends up not getting any pussy. He walks out by himself.
Well, I mean, lesbians. He wasn't getting any pussy. Like, this wasn't a thing that was gonna happen. He was still trying, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the lesbians was actually his ex, so there's that.
Oh. So
and actually, she was bi. Sorry.
Oh, yes, and thank you, MC, and also the Kickstarter is linked in the description if you so feel to throw them. I believe the minimum is $5 that they're asking for.
We all know Gulf City people have deep pockets, so don't be stingy now.
Yes, they deserve this. That like they're not just some Joe Schmo that's trying to make stuff. Like, this movie is nearly finished. Yeah. All they need is post-production.
Yeah, and these guys are actually established. They're not just, you know...
They're very well established. There's no way in hell that this project will not... Like, you will get your prize. Yes, I don't have much money, but I'm gonna do a £5... Yeah, that's a pound. £5.
Yeah, their goal is actually 80,000 pounds, which is like 106,000 something odd dollars US.
They're getting close, so They're very, very close.
Go look at their page real quick. Let's see how many dollars off they are as of now.
They are 102,565,000. 100. I can't math.
Okay, what's the goal number?
They're actually only about 3,500 away. They're very close.
There we go.
They're very, very close. But I think I like this movie already.
And they have to get that $3,500 by the 9th, or they're screwed.
Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. They have some really so they have some really, really, really cool levels. At 13 pounds, you get an HD download, 1080p download, and digital movie download, a PDF of the script, digital art pack, a special thank you on Facebook. And then the 3-disc collector's edition, which is at 25, you get like creepy doll tales, Curse of the Princess documentary, director's commentary, interviews, like 4 hours of extra shit on top of that. And then at 40 pounds, you get an Owlman plush. He's so cute. He's so cute and creepy. 45 gets you a t-shirt and a 3-disc edition. Like, they have really good shit. What is... Oh my god.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger says give money to this thing, and he's holding a baby. Babies love him.
Yes.
Would you say no to Toxic Avenger?
Toxic Avenger says donate. What's cool is at 50, you get something called the Hex Book of Monsters. So it's like a hardback book filled with like original artwork and stories of the Hex universe creatures, which is pretty fucking cool. I kind of want this All-Men plush.
So,
it's really cute.
It's like a superior version of Harry Potter's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, that textbook.
That's a low bar. Look, the D&D Monster Manual is a better monster book than Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Fair enough.
At least I can do something with the D&D Monster Manual. Yeah, I want the plushie too, Tally. The plushie is fucking cute.
It looks like a superior Slender Man.
He does. Oh my god, it does! Slender Man plus Owl equals immediately better Slender Man. Because owls are great.
Not according to Magog. He almost got fucked by one while driving a truck.
Excuse me. My god, that came from nowhere, but I don't think I heard the story of Magog getting...
It was one of those behind the Magog live streams where he talks about how an owl just perfectly timed a glide straight into the window of his truck while he was driving, and he nearly got ran off the fucking road. Oh fuck.
What? Death by owl. Would love to have to explain that to somebody. Like, just how'd you wreck your car? Well,
on the upside, he would have gotten dinner.
Yes, that is the upside. According to American Phoenix, that's the upside to hitting a deer.
You could feed somebody for that on some feed. You can make deer sausage that'll last you 2 months with one deer, at least.
You could.
Do they have a lot of deer sausage in Chicago?
You know what? You can actually find it. It's not that hard because Wisconsin's just across the border. It is delicious. But yes, definitely consider donating to Automata. And I also wanted to talk about McFarlane seems to think that seems to be under the impression that Jamie Foxx would be a good Spawn. And I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet.
I am
He
unconvinced.
He looked great in Django Unchained, but that's Django Unchained. That's not Spawn. That's
Right.
very, very different types of movies there.
Yeah, right. So I know that he can definitely play the straight man. Like, as in, like, serious. But I'm...
Now here's a toss-up. Jamie Foxx or Denzel Washington?
I don't see either of them.
For my money, I think I would rather see Denzel Washington play him. As old as he is already, he could pull it off a lot easier. Did you see what's that movie? The one he was just in where he shoots someone with a nail gun in a warehouse or something. It was a remake of an old TV show.
I don't remember.
The Equalizer. That was the one. Yeah, he was a fucking badass in that thing. If you know, and that's very much there's a kindred spirit in the Equalizer in the way that he portrayed it. That I could see him pulling off Spawn more than Jamie Foxx.
Oh no, definitely more than Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is just like, he's too goofy. He's a funny man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I can't take you seriously enough for Spawn. Not for Spawn. So other superheroes maybe you could pull off, but not Spawn. Just... Who else? It's on the tip of my tongue. Fuck.
What's the movie that you're thinking of?
Thor? I love this actor, and I can't remember his fucking name.
Idris Elba.
Yes. Him I can see doing Spawn.
Yeah, and he's not doing Heimdall because he got killed in Infinity War. Oh shit, sorry.
No! Spoiler!
God, I'm sorry.
No! Shame on you!
Am I fired now?
No, you're not fired now. No more of that shit, but no, yeah. He's not gonna be busy for a while. I don't think he has anything down the pipeline for him, but he's just like all around a really fucking talented actor. When folks were saying he's like, oh, he should be he should be 007, and they're saying no, it shouldn't be 007. I can absolutely see him as 007.
Who as 007?
Idris Elba. Absolutely.
Well, he is. Yeah, I'm sure he could pull that off. He is British.
I mean, and also the guy races supercars in real life. He basically is 007.
I did not know that. Is that true?
He does. He races supercars, like the type that they have to take out to the salt flats.
So he's essentially Black Tony Stark. Awesome.
He is Black Tony Stark. Black British Tony Stark. And he's hot. He's like really hot. But no, I can't see Jamie Foxx as Spawn. And I'm kind of sad that I'm not familiar with more black male actors, because I would love to suggest somebody. I don't know if anybody in the chat has any idea who would be a good Spawn.
Nick Cannon. No.
Nick Cannon. I think his career is pretty dead.
How about Cat Williams?
Tom Leach is saying, and I've never heard him jump into social justice. You know, he's kind of one of those guys. It's like, I could, or I could just go race a supercar, because that sounds like more fun. He might very well be into it. He's just not preachy, which is great for an actor. I like that in an actor.
Yeah, fun always wins. You got to remember that. People would rather have fun than be sticklers, except for the people who have nothing else going for them, and you could just dismiss them outright.
I was basically like, I'm making a ton of money, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. As long as you're just like, hi, you should be voting this particular way, because Trump is evil because we said so. Okay. I want Danny DeVito as clown.
He did a good job as Penguin.
He did. That's exactly why I want him as clown. That would be perfect.
Yeah, because we couldn't get Vern Troyer. Press F to pay respects.
Oh no, press F for Mini-Me. No, I'm not even gonna say that. Press F for Vern Troyer. Oh man, Avery Brooks would have been a kick-ass Spawn if he was
Avery
20 years
Brooks.
young.
Who's this?
Yes. Let me pull. Avery Brooks, Cisco.
Cisco. Oh, from Star Trek?
Yeah, sorry. I
Okay.
spaced out because I was pulling up a picture
Okay,
of what he looks like now.
That's probably why I don't know who that is, because I've never seen Star Trek.
You know what? He looks young enough. He probably could still pull it off with makeup.
Yeah, because Spawn is like in his mid-30s, right? When he dies from an immortal death and becomes Spawn.
Yeah, but honestly, you could, for the sake of the movie and getting Avery Brooks, you could probably push him to 40. I mean, he does turn into an immortal demon, so age is kind of not a problem. Yeah, he's pushing it, but you could potentially have him. Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, but like, see, problem with Avery Brooks. Might be a little too old.
Well, the thing with Samuel L. Jackson is you run into the same problem as Jamie Foxx. They're a little too loud. They're a little too jokey. I mean, look at just what's the movie?
Samuel L. Jackson is, I think, a little too much of a tough, harsh dude to play a tragic character.
He's too aggressive and cantankerous when he does the Samuel L. Jackson thing. I mean, just look at what's the movie I keep thinking of? But for fuck's sake, I should know this movie off the top of my head.
Who's the director?
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, Pulp Fiction.
Thank you. Yeah, that's Samuel L. Jackson.
What movie are you thinking of, and why is it Pulp Fiction? Samuel L. Jackson is if motherfucker was a human, it would be Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, because aside from that, the only other thing he knows how to do is stuff like Glass and Nick Fury. And Nick Fury isn't too far off from the Pulp Fiction thing.
You know what? Glass is not too far off, though. He maybe could pull it off.
If he restrained his cantankerous acting style a little bit, he could do a Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he's busy doing the Nick Fury thing. He's under contract. Then
I'm trying to think of.
I was gonna say, but then I had to stop myself because that's another spoiler.
Yep. Yeah. No more freaking Infinity War spoilers. No. But there is a meme that's happening on Twitter right now that's making me go, no, stop that.
Which one's that?
Stop making me sad. People dissolving.
Oh yeah, after the snap.
No. I don't care. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah, I mean that's been part of the lore for a while. That's common knowledge. If you didn't know about that, you didn't. That's your problem.
You have not been paying attention to comics if you didn't know that. Tom Leach said Terry Crews. You know what? Maybe.
I don't know. He's more on the comedy side. Just look at look at Blended. He's doing more comedy. He's doing more comedy films than he's doing action films or anything.
Yes, but he has shown that he can do serious roles.
Yeah, it's comically serious too. It's serious in a way that Spawn doesn't need.
Spawn is dark as fuck. There is nothing funny about this comic. Nothing. Even when someone is trying to be funny, it's dark as fuck.
Cough, cough, John Leguizamo.
Cough, yes.
I did actually like his performance in Spawn, though. I'm just gonna be real. But then again, I haven't read the comics. That was my first exposure to Spawn, so.
I read a little bit of the comics.
He was a bright spot in an otherwise dreary movie.
Spawn, like if you've ever read any of the comics, like Spawn is supposed to be dreary. It's dreary as fuck. It is basically all the 90s grit and gross.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a very, very 90s cartoon. Comic! That and Witchblade.
They did make a Spawn comic at one point.
It was
Or
originally
not Spawn, or no, not Spawn, cartoon, I meant.
Yeah, the cartoon was better than the movie. And it was still only okay.
I think there was actually a trailer for the cartoon before the movie, funny enough. At least when it hit VHS and DVD.
I don't doubt that. Oh dear. You have to excuse me, guys. I'm actually exhausted. I can't think of anyone else who would be decent. And I'm going to say does have to be a black dude, if only because everyone will start screaming if it's not.
Right.
Just the screaming will be real. It'll be a bunch of people who had no fucking clue who Spawn was, but this is a big deal now. Despite the fact they never heard of the character before this.
Do you think maybe Michael Jai White could just reprise the role, too? Because, I mean, he's not doing a lot of work right now. He's got free time.
Oh, hey, you know who else isn't doing shit right now? Wesley Snipes.
True. And he could do that, because, I mean, look at... He
played Blade.
Yeah, he's Blade. He could pull that shit off.
Definitely pull that shit off.
Isn't he in jail, though?
Is he in jail? What did he do?
I think it was just tax evasion. He's probably out by now. Never mind.
Did he go to Club Fed?
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
He also did Demolition Man, so we know he can do dark.
Oh yeah.
He's not in jail right now.
Oh, he's not? Oh, that's good.
Wait, dude has like 5. He's on house arrest.
Okay, so he's
still
still
have to
not,
get off house.
He's not. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to do Spawn.
No, he's on house arrest for another year.
Oh fuck it, he can do that. They just have They just got to do a lot of pre-production before they make him sign the papers.
Right. I didn't know he has like 5 kids. I think maybe people don't want to work with him because of the tax fraud, though.
True. But the Blade movies are mostly in syndication, and so he's getting a little bit of pocket change every time they play it. He's fine.
Oh no, he's out of house arrest too. Fucking fix your goddamn Wikipedia page. Fine. Fucking Wikipedia page. He is the best. The movie did not do Spawn justice. No, it was a pretty bad movie, the first one. It was not great. There's a couple movies I want remade. Spawn is one of them. Constantine is another. And Jonah Hex. So they all need, stop fucking it up.
The one thing that probably should get remade, but I don't want to see remade or touched at all, would be the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's fine as it is, even though it's a Super Mario Brothers movie in name only.
If they announced that, I'd be like, but why though? No one asked for this. No one asked for this. No, I know. No. I'm gonna. Fuck no. Sorry, I'm usually more talkative. I'm just.
How about a Silent Hill reboot?
Yeah, sure.
If they did, if they did reboot it though, I'd like it to be closer, a little bit closer to the story of the games instead of the mix and match bullshit that they had going.
And
on.
the first game only.
I don't know. With Pyramid Head is such an iconic thing. They may start out with Silent Hill 2 right out of the gate, and then jump around the timeline a little bit, which is fine as long as they stay close to the game. At least it is fine for me.
I mean, it wasn't the worst movie.
But the Revelation.
Tommy said they'll remake Jonah Hex, but he'll be black too. I mean, okay.
Then that will definitely be Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at Hateful Eight.
Yeah. 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 I could. Yeah. He could be Jonah Hex for sure. No fucking clue who played Constantine though. No, whoever played it in the TV series, just get him. He's fine. He's great. That TV series did not get its fair shake.
Was that literally just called Constantine, or was that the Preacher one?
No, that's Constantine. Preacher's separate.
Okay. Still want to see that Lucifer TV show. I've only caught bits and pieces, and it looks fun.
Yes, it does. I've been real into the Santa Clarita Diet.
That's where Drew Barrymore plays a zombie, right?
Yes. You wouldn't think she'd be able to pull off a zombie, but she's pulling off a zombie.
Yeah, it's kind of like iZombie, but set in the suburbs, and it's a family comedy thing.
Yeah, if you made iZombie a sitcom instead of I don't know what you call that genre. What the fuck would that genre be? Paranormal detective?
Yeah, I guess you could tangentially relate it to fucking the Dresden Files. It's kind of in the same vein, but not really.
Paranormal detective meets cop drama?
Yeah, yeah. Which is actually, that's kind of Lucifer too, now that I think about it, because he's an advisor to a cop for parts of it, which is funny.
Yeah. I've always been a big fan of Demon Among Humans type thing.
Speaking of Demon meets Human, the Hellboy remake.
I want Ron Perlman though.
Ron Perlman, yeah, he's a fantastic actor. But but I did catch the look of what the new Hellboy looks like, and he actually looks even more badass than the Ron Perlman version.
He does, yeah. The makeup is great. The makeup is great. I'm such a sucker for fucking practical effects. I love them.
Let's just wait and see for the trailer, because even though it looks great, there's still reasons to have reservations about it.
Yes. There's a lot of ways that Hellboy can go very wrong, I think.
Like just basically you just jerk off into a jar. It's like, oh, here's your CGI.
That's how a lot of movies are going wrong right now. Like when I watched Black Panther, overall I really like Black Panther, but that CGI really fucking hurt them. God, that final fight scene looked like a dumpster fire. It looked like somebody had set up two little action figures and they were fighting each other.
Yeah, it looked way too fluid to be human movement.
Mm-hmm. They seriously should have just green screened that shit. It would have looked better. Siri, go away. I don't know why. Siri just woke up. But they should have just green screened it on a platform and just done it that way. It would have looked 1,000 times better. Probably would have been cheaper.
Yeah, that's what they did for Infinity War. That's literally not a spoiler, so don't get mad at me.
Not a spoiler, no. CGI in Infinity War is amazing. Amazing. They didn't cut any corners or nothing.
When do you plan to go see it?
I've seen it.
Okay.
I saw it on the 30th.
So you're getting mad on behalf of anyone in the chat who hasn't seen it.
I am very anti-spoilers. The movie's got to be out for at least 2 weeks. Because then if you haven't seen it after 2 weeks, like, you got to expect people to start talking about it. I'm sorry. I've avoided the internet quite a bit before I saw it. Even though I kind of had an idea. I've read Infinity War. I kind of knew how this was going to go already.
Yeah, I don't know why Zell and Baracus thought it would be divisive, like very polarizing, because it was a spectacular film, and from what I understand, it didn't deviate too far from what happened in the original comic story.
I think it's because maybe because some people do get upset when it's a bad ending. I don't know.
It really wasn't that bad of an ending.
No, like
really
sad endings. Sad endings. It's like people have trouble handling sad endings, but they really don't.
Just look at Titanic. That was a sad ending, but it's like considered one of the greatest movies of all time.
God, Titanic is terrible. I don't give a shit. Titanic is terrible. Unpopular opinion: Titanic is fucking terrible.
Titanic is meh. I mean, if you like those gushy romantic things, okay, fine.
That is why Titanic is terrible. Just give me a good historical film. I don't need. I'll never let go, Jack. Telltale spoilers. Avengers are in the movie. Also spoilers. Guardians of the Galaxy. They're there too. With me, rabbits. Sorry.
Oh, did you know that Thanos is tall? Seriously, that nigga's got a head the size of a cannonball.
He really does. Then there's a scene. This is not a spoiler because it's in one of the It's in a trailer. But when he is with little Gamora, like how big his fucking hand is compared to hers.
It's like it makes her head look like an apple.
Yeah. Dude is massive. Tattletale might be a stand-in in the Captain Marvel movie.
Say again?
Tattletales might be a stand-in in the Captain Marvel movie. How would you wrangle that? Like a in the background or something? Like an extra?
Are you one of the fuckers that fades? Is that your fucking special contribution?
Yeah, KJ Denson says, I don't need pointless romance in my historical movies. Me neither. The other one I didn't need a pointless romance in was Pearl Harbor. What the fuck was that? Why are you putting love triangles in my fucking historical drama?
Just make it a straight up war movie. Because it's all literally about war.
I'm sitting here like, was Pearl Harbor, like the oh my god. Was the attack on Pearl Harbor not dramatic enough for you? You had to add more drama.
Should have started with the Pearl Harbor attack and then go from there.
Oh my god. My Japanese friend was very upset with that movie. Not because of the romance. Because when she saw that they were shooting at the hospital, she started yelling and she's like, no, that never happened. She's like, you don't need to add shit to make the Japanese look worse. They know they did a bad thing. Yeah. Is that the Japanese didn't target civilian targets during Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor was literally a military base.
Yeah, and because in the movie they shot up the hospital, and she got really, really upset with that. And she's like, "No, that wouldn't have been a thing that they did. They would have focused on military targets, not the hospital, even a military hospital."
But my heartstrings.
My heartstrings. We gotta needlessly make people look like shit.
Yeah, it just shows you how little Hollywood actually reads books.
Yeah, it also doesn't really make sense from a military standard. Why would you waste ammunition on a hospital?
Now, if it was a military hospital, maybe, because then
no.
you're like...
Why? Who's gonna attack you from a military hospital? Focus on the ships.
Then the soldiers can't get patched up and sent back out to kill you.
I don't think that I don't know that the Japanese were planning on sticking around at Pearl Harbor. Whatever.
I don't pretend to know military shit. We could ask Tennessee and Marine about that stuff, or Bunny, or any of the others.
Yeah. Does anybody want to come in? I might wind it down a little bit. If you want to come in my Discord, hop into General, and I will attempt to pull you in. But I am going to shut it down a little bit because I'm tired. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, but no, I hate needless romances in anything. Where I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that didn't need to be there. That didn't need to be there, Hollywood. These two characters really didn't need to be a couple. Yeah, I have to be in my Discord, Tally. So, there isn't, because I'm stupid. But, yep, that's what I'm doing. Come on in. Come on into my shitty ass Discord, where I never talk to anybody. Yeah. If you want to come and hop into general chat. Yes, the Black Widow and Bruce Banner romance does piss me off quite a bit. No. Please stop.
I don't think that's what AP talking about when he was talking about the Frog D.
No, okay. So, I'm glad it's Bruce Banner and Widow and not Hulk. Because I think the Incredible Hulk might have the dick the size of a fucking fire hydrant.
Oh yeah, but then that hasn't stopped anybody from making the countless pornos of that relationship.
Hulk smash?
Yes, Hulk smash.
You can kill somebody. I have a theory that he doesn't have a fucking sex drive at all. He just likes to break shit.
Well, he'll definitely break that pussy, that's for sure.
Break something in half.
Black Widow never walked again.
Oh man. But yeah, if anyone is unfamiliar, it's been well established that Hulk and Banner are two very separate entities. Romance and Ruin, The Man from Snowy River. I have not seen that one. But I will say that the Rogue One was another romance that kind of stuck in my craw. I'm just like, that didn't need to be there. Just didn't need to be there. Didn't like take anything away from the movie. Just didn't need to be there.
Could you really call that a romance, though? I mean, there was barely anything there, even near the end. It was more like a companionship or a team, really, more than anything.
It was way towards the end. They did it to try and pull on your heartstrings. There we go. Hello, Tyler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did it to try and pull on your heartstrings, and it was lazy. So.
Oh god.
Oh,
that being
and
said,
The Hobbit.
That being said, Rogue One was still a good movie. Oh yeah, the fucking The Hobbit with the elf and the dwarf.
Oh god, please stop it with the needless romances, especially ones that don't make sense in lore. It's like elf and dwarf would never happen. It would never happen. It would never happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they shoehorned that one in there. That didn't even happen. That didn't happen in the book either. It was literally just made for that lady who's playing the Wasp now.
Yes. What the heck is going on there?
I'm driving home.
We
Oh,
are
gotcha.
we are now witnesses to a drive-by.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just got off work, so you guys are kind of my guilty pleasure to just sort of listen in on.
Me too. Yeah, KJ is saying the elf chick who never existed in the book. Yes, they actually created a character that doesn't exist in the story so they could have a pointless fucking romance that would never happen in that universe.
Fuck you, Evangeline Lilly.
Sounds about right.
That's not Evangeline Lilly's fault. She's fine. She's a good actress.
All right, fair enough.
Solid actress.
She's just the one who happened to get the part. So
Yeah.
we can blame. Oh fuck. So who's the guy?
I'm not blaming Evangeline Lilly for getting a paycheck.
Peter Jackson. That's who we
blame Peter Jackson, not Evangeline Lilly. It's not her fault. She's just there for the fucking paycheck.
What the hell is calling me at this time?
And she phoned it in like a motherfucker in that movie too.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I have it. I'm turning around.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem. But yeah, it's nothing that she kind of phoned it in during that movie, and I think like she probably agreed to it, read the script, and went, oh, okay, fuck.
Well, that was embarrassing.
What happened?
Phone call. Work. I
You just
made off with a pager.
I literally came home, sat down, and we started up the stream. That's how my night went. I've been at work all day. I feel like I normally don't stream this late, but I might start. If folks like it, I'll start. Hopefully, if I stream tomorrow, the day after, I will be a little bit more animated than I am tonight. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of dead right now too. I'd be a little bit more lively, but unfortunately not tonight.
Shame. What other movies have terrible fucking love triangles? Just didn't fucking need to be there. The Hobbit is probably the most egregious example because they literally created a character for it. Like, fuck, what the shit? No.
So what's happened since I was gone?
Not much. I'm trying to think of more needless romances. I feel like they do it a lot in historical films. American Phoenix. I support Thorn streaming as much as possible. Tonight's not one of my better nights, but thank you. Hey, how do you guys like the setup? Race did it.
Yeah, I'm Thorn's producer these days.
I have production value. Woo!
It's an accomplishment.
Accomplishment! Instant improvement.
All the achievements.
Well, I mean, my last improvement was me figuring out how Nightbot worked. Oh my god, I keep getting reminded that Red exists, and I keep not seeing it. I need to see it.
Red?
Yeah. It's about retired spies.
Is that the one with Jennifer Lawrence? Or
Yes.
Oh, that's Red Sparrow, isn't it?
No, not Jennifer Lawrence. That's Red Sparrow. Red is a little older.
How old are we talking?
A year?
It's weird I haven't heard of it.
It's an action movie.
That's probably why.
It's red stands for retired and extremely dangerous.
Oh, I see, fucker.
It has Bruce Willis.
Oh wait, oh yeah, the Bruce Willis one, Red. Okay, I don't know why that slipped my mind.
It's based off a comic, which I didn't know.
Wasn't John Malkovich in that too?
Yes. Bruce Willis is in it. John Malkovich is in it. Who the hell is the lady? The fuck is her
The
name?
one from James Bond.
The one from James Bond. The one from James Bond.
I just know it's a silver-haired lady, and then yeah, she was in a lot of the James Bond movies, including the ones with Craig. What's his name?
The one that plays M?
Yeah, thank you.
Or,
Yeah, M.
M, yeah, I'm trying to think of her name.
She was also in Murder on the Orient Express as well, which is a good movie, actually.
Whoops.
Whoops, what?
I pulled myself out of Discord. Oh. Hey, KJ.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
No, I finally decided to just man up and join.
Well, welcome. Helen Mirren. Yes.
Yeah.
Helen
Yes,
Mirren.
that's
That's
the
the
one,
name.
yeah.
Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, John Malkovich, Helen Mirren, Carl Urban, and like a small buttload of other people.
But it's just a rotating cast of other people.
It almost looks like a comedic action film in some parts.
It is. It's supposed to be comedy.
So it's kind of like The Expendables, except for less serious.
I know they come out with a sequel, and I just figured that out yesterday.
Yeah, there was a sequel. Was. I don't know. I'm vaguely aware that things around me are happening on the best of days.
I don't know. I just watched Red like last month, and I was like, "Where has this movie been my whole life?" Because it is funny.
Tom Leach is correct. We do need a remake of Tank Girl. No, it's got to be a remake.
Of which one?
Tank Girl.
Ooh.
Tank
Such
Girl.
a good comic.
What's a Tank Girl?
Maybe they'll do better on the Manimals.
It's post-apocalyptic. Think of really fucking goofy version of Mad Max. With a female lead.
So a woman,
and a sentient tank.
A woman decked in leather riding a. Okay, so it's Mad Max meets Knight Rider, but with tits and leather. Awesome.
And a tank.
Right, thanks. No problem.
A sentient tank, yeah.
And, yeah, Kip is a tank.
There's lots of boob.
There's
lots of boob. There's a ton of boob.
She does not believe in clothes.
Yeah, I was about to say leather. You're lucky she's wearing a top.
She must have a hell of a tan.
I don't know. The chick who played her was pretty pasty.
Yeah, she was really, really fucking pissed.
Missed opportunity.
It was a good movie, though. I did like it for all of its cheesiness.
Tank Girl is one of those movies that people either love it or hate it. There is no in between.
One of those movies that they either have class or they don't have class. Fucking peasants.
I think one of the most things I liked about Tank Girl were the kangaroo men, the Manimals.
Yes.
Wait,
that was
what?
about the Manimals. Man mammals, but they called themselves Manimals.
Did they wear boxing gloves?
No. But they were kind of neat.
They're like human kangaroo hybrid.
It would be more complete and make my life more complete if they were wearing boxing gloves as well. I don't know why.
In the comic, one of them is her boyfriend.
Booga.
Yeah.
He's not bright at all.
No, he's dumb as a box of rocks.
She can't resist that kangaroo D.
She can't, apparently.
Apparently kangaroos are superior to horses. Who knew?
There you go. I think I'm gonna start winding it down. I'm pretty fucking tired tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's late. It's almost 1:30 here. So
Oh.
yeah.
Say the word, I'll click end stream.
Well, does anybody have anything that they want to show?
Really got nothing.
I got nothing to show.
Well, I of course have the Bad Prawn Comedy Hour, which now has an uncensored show coming. You can either see it on Maker Support or Patreon, if you give shekels. and then I also have Race Riot Gaming.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I've been playing Layers of Fear the past few days. That's been one hell of a trip.
I've been meaning to play that one. I've had that game for like a year.
I do that too, where I just buy games and never play them.
Well, it's like I told myself I'm going to play Layers of Fear, and then I bought Dishonored: Death of the Outsider, and then I started playing that instead.
It's been months since I've touched Warframe even.
I haven't had a computer that could run any of these games, but I will soon. And I might actually see if I could get on some Friday the 13th, because that looks fun as fuck.
I want to play that, but at the same time, I've been told that a lot of the servers are really, really kind of toxic, because apparently people like beating up and stalling other people for their friends who play Jason.
That defeats the whole purpose of the game.
That is fucking terrible.
That's why they got rid of team killing, because people would literally kill teammates because they were getting away from Jason. I'm like, but if I want to get away, I'm not gonna let it. You know what
they should do for that? Put team killing back in, but every time you do it, you lose experience.
Oh yeah, they take off like 1,000 points.
No, like to the point where you can actually start like losing levels. Because fuck you.
But it adds realism. I mean, wouldn't you trip your friends just so that you can get a head start? No?
That's if you're being chased by zombies. We're being chased by a supernatural, technically undead.
Why you keep your empty friends, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, it's Jason. It's gonna kill your friend, but he's not gonna stop with your friend like a zombie would.
Yeah, that's true.
I've heard Dead by Daylight is pretty good, and that's one where they actually do punish you if you don't finish well enough. They actually do kind of de-level you sometimes.
Wow. Remember, folks, if you're running from a zombie horde, you only have to be faster than the slowest person.
I don't know. I told a friend of mine one time. I said, "I love you, but if we're being chased by zombies and I feel like you're slowing me up, I will shoot you in the leg."
I was about to say, I will break your knee.
It's like, I love you, man.
I love you. Here's a crowbar to the kneecap.
I don't know. I got a friend that says that she even gets a hint of the zombie apocalypse. She lives all the way up in Ohio from me. She says, "I'm coming." She says, I will steal my dad's car and I will come live with you. I'm like, this is because I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I'd see a zombie coming from a mile away.
I live in Chicago. I think it'll become very, very obvious that I'm very, very fucked very quickly.
I don't know, you're pretty light. You could probably run like a motherfucker.
I can't run for very long.
Well, like you said, you just gotta be faster than the person next to you.
That's true.
Sorry, Mr. Midnight, you're going down.
Oh, no, he's definitely faster than me.
Oh, okay, so you're going down. Okay.
American Phoenix says I should do a doggo stream. I would, but she will not stay in front of the computer. And she just, looks at me and then walks the fuck away.
Just film your dogs doing shit for an hour.
I'm actually thinking of getting her own Instagram.
Because, yeah, that's all the rage these days. Doggo Instagrams.
The Lulugram.
American Phoenix says, "I will turn and fight to defend you. So don't shoot me in the leg."
Yeah, American Phoenix has like weaponry and shit. I would not feed him to the zombies.
American White Knight. No, I'm just kidding.
He's gonna feed you to the zombies.
Now he'll feed you to the zombies now, maybe, but
So I always told the dog, it's just like, if we're stuck in a situation where there's no food, I love you very much, doggo, but I might have to eat you.
you know what my thing is. I happened to tell a friend of mine, my family, we have an overabundance of canned food. I was like, so I got a couple of months head start food wise. And I said, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I'd see unwanted company coming from like a mile away. She's like, okay, so the first zombie I see, I'm stealing my dad's car and I'm coming to live with you. She's like, at least I know I'll live longer than 2 days.
Nice.
Because I think she took a test online that said she'd live the first 2 weeks of a zombie apocalypse. She says, I'll take that 2 weeks to come to you.
All right. So I think it's almost 1:30. I think that we can end it. This has been Dead After Dark. We talked about a lot of stuff like Spawn. And again, if you haven't seen it, there's a Kickstarter link down below for Automata. And I highly recommend considering giving them money because this movie looks awesome. So clicky the link, check out their pitch, and yeah, that's about all I got. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Good.
Good night.